It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the last game for the Bulls, it was a win against the Heat in Miami. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. And tonight, we'll see one of the quickest guards in the league, Jeff Teague. Kenny, what makes him so tough to defend?
He's elusive. You know, he can shoot the three, can get into the lane, create stuff. Handle is underrated. Stop on a dime shot. Shaq, I like him.
You know, has quick hands on the defensive end as well. He comes up with a lot of skills.
Or steals, too.
I said steals.
Oh, I thought you said skills.
Skills, too.
No, steals.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, then you're right.
Yeah, he's top 10 in the league in skills.
All right, you called me. I had a muffin in my mouth.
Okay.
And with the game about to tip off, let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Our national anthem performer, Linda Lind, and we're getting ready to go. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn. And they lost it by a single point, just one more possession, or one less bad shot away from a different result. Those really sting.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Or selfishness. I mean, this is what happens when you don't make the extra pass. Your field goal percentage can go south.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Chicago right now, and down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Zach LaVine is out there with White, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. Clock at 2. LaVine can't hit. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers, and his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
And the first one at the line is good. And with the long season ahead, for the best teams, Chris, you get the feeling they wish the playoffs could start tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, didn't we see that with Golden State last year? It looked like they were a little bored during the season.
Right.
But what happens during the playoff season? That's why we call it 2 different seasons. But once you reach that elite level, Kevin, everything you do is geared toward winning a championship. Everything you do. And so that's why it's so fun watching the best of the best.
And Golden State showed that, of course, last year. Teague against White. On the wing, Porter. White against Teague. White drives in. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. The pass to the Cobra. He kicks to Towns. Here's Teague, and the shot is good.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's White. Pass to Markkanen. And stolen by Jeff Teague. The kick out to Towns. Good on the three-point shot. Towns has got his first 3 points of the game.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Inside, and stolen by Vonleh. And Teague, here we go. And he gets the bucket. Teague's got his second bucket.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
Now here's Levine. He had 19 points in the win against Miami. 5 to shoot. Can they get it? That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And Levine is going to make you pay from there. You got to guard him closer than that. And last season, the Bulls were very perimeter-oriented on both ends of the floor. Offensively, top 10 in threes. Defensively, dead last in block shots.
Here's T. 9-point game his last outing. From deep. Porter pulls it in. Bulls trail by 7, and keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you. Do you think that's the right approach, guys?
I don't think it's ever wrong to focus on defense first. It sets a tone that can last for an entire game.
Oh, and it could lead to some easy points too, Greg. I bet you that they turn a lot of turnovers into transition buckets today.
And the Timberwolves with possession here after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Goes up on the wing, and White with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Vonleh. Jake Layman comes in for Robert Covington. Andrew Wiggins checked in for the Cobra. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Jeff Teague. The Bulls also changing it up. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky subbed in for White. Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 16-point game against Miami. Got it. Nice one there from LaVine.
3 for 4 to start. I mean, he's going to try to keep this streak going as long as he can.
To the paint. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Satoransky. No good from outside. And stolen by Valentine. Again, Chicago. 1:24 left in the first. Now, here's Napier. Satoransky covering. Here's Towns. Good work defensively by Carter.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Passes it to Young. Second chance shot. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Carter. Jordan Bell's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And a change for the Bulls. Chris Dunn's checked in for LaVine. And it's tied up with that one.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with it.
Pass to Lehman. Kicks it to Jang. And there's the pass to Wiggins. Now here's Napier. Satoransky covering. Good, nice play there from Napier.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
For Chicago, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. Both free throws good from Thaddeus Young. 27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Napier kicks to Lehman. Pass to Wiggins. We've got 13 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Left block shot on the way. Count that bucket. Wiggins has got his first basket.
Well, they found exactly the shot they wanted. I mean, they'll take that every time.
Here's Dunn, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Minnesota on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Oh, yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Chris Dunn, Young out there with Carter. Then there's Valentine, and it's Satoransky in at the 2. Here's Dunn, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. They get a hand on it. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Lehman, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Every year there seem to be a few rookies, C-Web, who immediately show that they should have been drafted a lot higher. Why is there the difficulty in placing these guys where they should be drafted? Why are evaluations sometimes wrong?
Evaluations, they can be so iffy because of a team skill set. I tell a lot of players when they come into the NBA, don't be frustrated after your first year or second year if you haven't played the way that you want. In order to be a great basketball player, you have to have a great situation, a team that needs you to do certain things at certain times that you can do for them. And so I think why evaluating is so hard is because you're evaluating the player and then evaluating the unknown, how they fit in with these different pieces that have already been established on your team. And that's kind of the wild card. You can know if a guy can shoot, dribble, and pass, but how does it work with the other players on the team? So there's some GMs that have missed out on a lot of great talent, but you can't beat them all up because so many moving parts into this evaluation that usually it's easier to get it wrong than right.
Bulls trail by 7. Dunn outside. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Valentine. A three-pointer off the mark. And Napier will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here's Dunn after the basket by Minnesota. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Well, that's the shot they're looking for. A clean three-pointer. Just can't get it to go.
Here's Napier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Wiggins surveying the floor. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Dunn, right side. And here is Valentine. His last outing, he had 8 points. Markkanen in the corner, trying to end the drought, sinks the three-pointer.
Timeout.
Markkanen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Denzel Valentine, another tough, high IQ player, Greg, out of Michigan State.
Yeah, 4-year player for the Spartans. He knows how to play the game of basketball and has the versatility to impact the game in a variety of ways.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. The Bulls also changing it up. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Denzel Valentine. Zach LaVine comes in for Satoransky, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. Now here's Teague. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. To the wing right side. The Cobra passes to Towns. Releases. That one off the back iron and out. Bulls trail by 6. LaVine finds Young, and Young slams it home.
Capable of doing many things well. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Teague against White. Towns down low. Makes it off the glass. Towns has got 5 points so far.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Young with the ball. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Timberwolves leading by 3. Outside Teague. Stolen by Markkanen. In the corner, it's LaVine. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Teague surveying the D. He kicks it to Towns. Lets it go from 14. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you.
And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Now here's Levine. 11 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
How about Zach LaVine signing a big new contract this summer? Listen, that ACL injury he had, that's in the rear view. Obviously a lot riding on his health and return to form, but he's put in the work.
The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
I mean, he's a versatile player who can come play either guard position. I mean, LaVine continues to impress as the years go on.
The Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in. And so LaVine nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's the Cobra. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Nets in Brooklyn. The shot missing. Nice D from LaVine. Bulls have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns. The Bulls have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That free throw good from Young. Minnesota making a switch here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Passes it to Wiggins. Just 3 on the clock. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Chicago the foul. Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. So both teams making some changes here. And he's good on the second. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Chicago ending the second quarter on a 15-5 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
They played aggressive, lockdown defense. That was the main difference in the first half. Because when you come out and establish that you're going to play physical, that sets the tone for the rest of the game. On top of that, I think they showed more energy, outworking and out-hustling.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, I didn't even know who some of these guys were, but their bench came up with some big shots, gave the team a lift offensively. It's always possible guys will see more minutes in the second half, but at the same time, you're a starter for a reason. We shall see, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
We come back to Minnesota now with a striking look at the 10th Avenue Bridge, downtown Minneapolis, off in the distance. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Towns is out there with Vonleh. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's the Cobra, and it's Teague in at the 1. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Can't hit the corner 3. Chicago leading. The Bulls traded away a superstar in Jimmy Butler, but in return, among other assets, the number 7 pick, which Chris turned out to be Markkanen.
Well, listen, Markkanen is one of my favorite players. He can become a star in his own right. He's a 7-footer that can stretch the floor, but he'll bang on you inside, fearless. You like this kid's game. It's almost like he's from Detroit or something.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Last season, they were trying to speed up the game, C-Web. Teams were given fewer timeouts. Do you think they achieved that goal?
Well, yeah, the new rules, 18 to 14 total timeouts, no more 20-second timeouts. All quarters have 2 mandatories. I think it does help speed up, and these are the greatest coaches in the world. They can adjust. They just need to know what the rules are, and I love the fast pace, the fast pitch count. Let's make sure that we keep the game in a way that fans love it, and we're not leaving any time out there on the floor. I think the coaches have made a great adjustment to it, and look, play on the East Coast is always going to be a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical than the West, but I tell you what, it seems like it's speeded up the game on both sides, and that's something great for us fans.
Well said. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's his first foul. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
And really, Markkanen isn't just an outside threat. He's more than capable of capitalizing inside.
Markkanen against Teague. Here's the Cobra. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Levine after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Levine dishes to White. Misses off the left iron. White's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Down low, here's Vonleh. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Pass to Levine. Six to shoot. From past the arc. Traps in the tray. Levine's got 16 points.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
There's the pass to the Cobra. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Poke loose. Now here's Levine. He's got 16. To the inside, Carter. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
And stolen by White. From 12 feet out, Levine can't hit. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Stolen by Markkanen. White against T. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Minnesota making some changes. Gorgui Dieng's checked in for Noah Vonleh. And Jake Layman subbed in for Robert Covington. Satoransky's checked in for Chicago. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Back to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. And Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That's his 1st foul. Some changes for Minnesota. Jordan Bell's checked in for Towns. Wiggins comes in for the Cobra. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Jeff Teague. Chicago also making some changes. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Now, here is Young. He has 5. And the rejection by Dieng. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dieng. Here's Satoransky. Drills the 3-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 4. And so Napier will bring it up for Minnesota. Pass to Layman. Kicks it to Wiggins. Over Valentine. And that one's good. Wiggins has got 7 points.
Since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
Carter, the pass to Young. Here's Dunn. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Decent at catching it in from the mid-range. I mean, it's obvious that Dunn wants to improve his jumping.
And for his whole career, Thaddeus Young has been a player not afraid, Greg, of attacking defenders head-on.
Young has such a great first burst of speed. He really is a handful to deal with. Gets a lot of transition buckets that way, and in the half court can set up teammates by creating space. In the latter part of his career, I think he's taken on more of a vocal leadership role as well.
And here's Bell after Denzel Valentine hitting the 3. 1:03 left in the 3rd quarter. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 14 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Now, here's Napier. Denzel Valentine missing his last shot. To the middle. It's stolen by Carter.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's a combination of urgency and efficiency. Let's see how they execute.
Now, here's Valentine. And Young kicks to Valentine. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. And that one goes long.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
To the inside. It's stolen by Carter. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bulls lead by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Right back, man. Let's go score, stop, score here. Everyone talk defensively. Get stops and then let's go. Let's go. Make the game easy for each other. Make plays. Get your spacing.
And defense obviously so important to Coach Thibodeau.
I mean, he wants his team to get stops and leak out fast. Fundamental basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Levine is out there with Young. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. Then there's Carter. And it's done in at the 1 spot.
And that's the muscle his teammates like to see done, refusing to take no for an answer.
Now Napier. Feeds to Towns. Makes it off the glass.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Chicago leading by 7. Here's Dunn. Kept alive.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. He kicks to Young. Now here's Levine. He's covered closely. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's just unreal concentration from Levine. Accepting the hit and finding a way to work through.
Zach Levine, a high riser. The 2-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Lonley's checked in for Gorgie Dan. Robert Covington comes in for Jake Lehman. And it's Teague in for Shabazz Napier.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And from everything you hear, Levine is a big-time gym rat, Greg.
Yeah, you know, I think he's very dedicated to reaching his full potential. And with his shooting and athleticism, I think he's a great fit in today's game in terms of offense.
Here's Wiggins. Passes it to Covington. Here's the 3. The shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Towns. At balls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
Markkanen passes to White. Shot clock at 5. It's Porter outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Covington. Towns kicks to Covington. Hits it from three-point range. Now just a three-point Bulls lead.
This is the confidence Covington has in himself. Assertive as shooting right off the pass.
Here's White, and right through it goes.
Assist from.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Teague finds Towns, over Carter. Rebound collected by Levine. The Bulls leading by 5. Puts it up from 12. A shot off that time. Great D that time from Teague. Wiggins against Levine. Wiggins outside. The pass to Covington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr.
Well, you can't be too physical with Covington. He's tough, he's athletic, and he knows how to force the issue.
At the line for 2.
2 shots.
And he makes the first.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Bulls. Pass to Carter. Back to Levine. Kicks to Markkanen. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one is on Towns.
This is why they go to Markkanen here, because he welcomes the chance to take big-time shots.
One shot behind the lanes.
That free throw good from Markkanen.
And the Dirk comparisons, they're understandable. Markkanen is a big man who can shoot for days, but you know what? He'll flush it on you, too.
Now here's Teague. Here's Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Porter looking it over. He kicks to Markkanen. Levine dishes to Carter. And stolen by Vonleh. Covington with it. Now defended by Levine. Covington passes to Teague. To the paint. And Levine throws it down.
Off the entire arsenal right now. Levine so outstanding and scoring in a multitude of ways.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They trail by 8. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Outside Teague, passes it to Towns. 1:29 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Teague, up and in on the layup.
This team loves to run the pick and roll with Teague, and it's easy to see why that's the case.
White against Teague, fires at the elbow, and it's White missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. Right side Teague. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Carter against Towns. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by the team.
Now here's LaVine. Pocket 6, back to White. Over Teague. They grab their own miss. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Showing real leadership in the clutch. It's huge whenever Markkanen comes through in critical spots.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're behind by 6. 27 seconds left in the game. .27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and it's Otto Porter with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Teague. Tries a 3 off the inbound. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
These are the moments that Jeff Teague lives for. He loves close games.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Those are big. I mean, turns into a 2-possession game.
Covington wide open. He fires off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Chicago, Otto Porter. At the line for 2.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
You know, the versatility of Porter is huge. I mean, he's an outstanding perimeter defender, in addition also to being a proven scorer.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Teague kicks to Covington. Wiggins passes to Teague. And here's Covington. So the Bulls win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.